Cops are trained to uphold the law and maintain order. But what happens when these officers themselves stop following the law? Here are 3 cases where cops got schooled by higher authority.
No reason to argue, man. You're not doing anything wrong, but here's the deal. They got a point there. I mean, your worst case scenario is that your camera would be a part of evidence, but we're not going to go there because I have a camera. I have plenty of cameras going, so I don't need your camera. Now, if something were to happen to where, man, we get into a shooting or something or a fight and somebody gets hurt, then you know what? I'm taking your camera because that's so you got to be careful with that in the future. Okay, when you're doing this.
This is Auditor Philip Turner, who on December 31st, 2016, was filming a traffic stop in New Braunfels, Texas. He was then stopped by 2 deputies Coleman County Sheriff's Office for illegal recording. Let's see how it all went down.
Go back over here for me, all right?
What's that?
Can you go stand back over where you work for me, sir?
There's something wrong with being here?
Yes, sir, there is.
What's
I
that?
don't want you to be in direct line with that vehicle. I'd like for you to go back to where you were standing. You can continue filming all you'd like, but I don't want you right here.
Am I interfering?
Well, technically, now you're starting to pose into somebody else's private property with your videoing. Yes, sir. Hey, did they give you permission to film inside their truck?
I don't need permission out in public.
In somebody's vehicle?
I don't need permission out in public.
No, not to film us. You're correct. But to film inside somebody's vehicle, that's an extension of their house, and that is a private place. So you do need somebody's permission to film inside their vehicle.
But is that a crime?
Even though the First Amendment allows filming in public places, including car interiors visible from public spaces, the officer's statement is only partly true. It's usually okay to film inside a car in public, but it's important to respect people's privacy, get permission if you can, and have a good reason for recording.
Do you have your information? Your driver's license?
What's that?
Do you have your driver's license or name, date, birth?
For what?
Because now you're a witness to this crime that we're doing.
What crime is that?
The crime that we got these people in the back of these cars for.
I don't know what crime they committed.
You don't have to know. Okay, they broke the law. They're in possession of narcotics. That's why they're in the back of our cars. So, do you have your name and date of birth?
No.
Or a driver's license?
No.
So you're going to refuse to be listed as a witness since you sat here and videotaped the entire scene?
If you need a copy of the video, I can give you a copy of the video.
Well, yeah, but we're also going to need to identify you in our report that you were here videoing, so when we come to get a copy of that video, we can get that.
All right, let me talk to your supervisor.
He said that he won't want to give us his name and date of birth until he talks to our supervisor. So.
And you're probably going to end up going to jail because right now you're witnessing a crime.
Mr. Turner can't be arrested just for refusing to share information. He could only face charges if he intentionally gives false information to the police. In many places, you have the right to stay silent and don't need to give your ID to an officer unless you're actually arrested. If the police think you might be involved in a crime, they can briefly detain you and ask for your name and birth date. Some states have specific rules, like in Texas, where you have to provide your name, address, and birth date if you're lawfully arrested.
Well, I asked to talk to a supervisor. He's here, so why can't I speak with him?
Because you're refusing to give your information, you'll be going to jail for failure to identify as you're a witness to a crime.
So I need to give you my ID to speak to your supervisor? Is that what you're telling me?
No.
Okay, I need to speak to your supervisor.
Why do you need to speak to the supervisor?
Because I requested to speak to
What
him.
warrants that?
Because I requested to speak to him, and he's here.
Okay. So what's your point?
He's here. I need to speak with him.
You've got no part of the scene, right? But you want to speak to our supervisor.
You can speak to him.
Okay.
Yeah, but you'll be in handcuffs. It'll be at the jail. Is that what you want to do?
I need to speak to your supervisor.
Is that what you want to do?
I need to speak to your supervisor.
What aren't you understanding? You put yourself in this situation right here. You see that? You're on private property
Private
right now.
or public?
You're on private property right now.
Okay, what does that have to do with anything?
Do you have permission to be here?
Did the owner trespass me?
Well, this guy...
He doesn't want you here.
This guy actually did call and tell us he wanted you to leave.
So what's up?
All right, so I can get you a business card.
Yeah.
But this is what I do. I film what public officials do on public property. I'm a journalist. I gather content for stories.
That's cool.
But this officer here was telling me that I had to move back over there. I couldn't stand over there. And I was asking him why. He told me that I wasn't allowed to film inside the vehicle here. But
I mean, that's their privacy too. We got to get their consent to go in, so it makes it any different for you.
well, that's to go in.
Yeah.
But I'm not going in. I'm just observing. That's kind of like equivalent to this is his property, but I can't film it because it's on his property.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, and it's not against the law.
Okay.
So he needs to get educated on that because that's clearly not the case. Okay? Now, am I currently being detained here, or am I free to go?
You're free to go, man. I'm here. I came all the way from Canyon Lake to talk to you.
We need to identify him now.
Okay. You need to identify me?
Yes, sir, I do.
For?
Because you're a witness to a crime and you sat here and recorded the whole crime.
I don't know what crime was committed.
I told you.
I didn't see y'all
And then
pulling
you said that you still wouldn't identify yourself until you spoke to our sergeant. Now you spoke to the sergeant, so I need to get your name and date of birth. So
I can give you a copy of the vehicle. I can give you a copy of the video.
I don't need a copy of the vehicle.
I can give you a business
I need
card.
your identifying information so I can list
You
you in
just
the
need your
report
ID and
as a
info.
witness.
Yeah, you're
I-
a witness.
I don't-
Right now, you're failing to ID as a witness to a crime.
Because
What
if
crime?
Hey, what's your first name?
I'll give you my first name. It's Philip.
Philip.
Yes, I'll give you that.
Best case scenario, that female and that male says that we did something against the law. Eight cops against one person, right? So you know who I would want? I would want the guy who's not even involved in this to be my witness. So that's what we're trying to explain to you.
So they need me as a
Because
witness?
you're part of any type of information that anybody that comes. We're gonna have to ID him because he's in our cameras now.
Gene, I already got his business card. He already identified himself.
So he gave his name and date of birth and all that
yes,
stuff?
I've got it all right
I said
here.
I can go get a business card too. I said that.
Well, that's fine, but here's the thing. You can't leave until we identify you.
Like I said, I already told you. I'm a journalist. I gather content for stories. That's
fine.
it.
Yeah, we had no problem with that, man. We just don't like the space.
And that's what I told you earlier. I didn't have a
Now,
problem with your video.
now, Sarge, am I free to go or am I being detained?
Until you give your name and date of birth.
Need anything from him? You good?
I'm good.
Do you want to make the
talk to him real quick?
Okay. Can you try and identify him for us?
Yeah. Let's go here. I don't like no reason to argue, man. You're not doing anything wrong, and but here's the deal. They got a point there. I mean, your worst case scenario is that your camera would be a part of evidence, but we're not going to go there because I have a camera. I have plenty of cameras going, so I don't need your camera. Now, if something were to happen to where, man, we get into a shooting or something or a fight and somebody gets hurt, then you know what? I'm taking your camera because that's so you got to be careful with that in the future. Okay, when you're doing this,
But on that one, I'll tell you,
No,
there was a shooting on 6th Street that happened not too long ago, and I helped aided them catching the shooter.
And I have no problem with that. No. But that's what's called
I
evidence.
understand.
It's not that I want your camera because I want you to stop doing this. It's just that, man, you would be surprised how many angles we need nowadays.
I understand that.
You know.
Sergeant Montz initially misunderstood the situation and tried to support his deputies. However, after talking to Mr. Turner, he realized the mistake, understood Mr. Turner's rights, and let him go without forcing him to identify himself. Later, the deputy also realizes that there was nothing wrong with filming a public place. Safe to say, he won't be stopping any First Amendment auditors anytime soon. But if you think that Sergeant Montz owned 2 deputies, wait till you find out how this cop got schooled by his boss in the following video.
So they're saying if you show them government ID, they'll
I would
let you
be
see the
able
county
to,
clerk?
correct. That's what they're saying. And what I'm saying is that's unconstitutional. And I understand we might have difference of opinion, but the reason why I'm here today is to challenge that unconstitutional policy, and that has
So
authorization.
Is there certain parts of the building you're not allowed to go in? Or you're just
No, just you're not allowed to go
building at all?
into the building at all without a government issued ID.
All right, I'm gonna go speak to them.
All right, thanks, Sergeant.
This is Auditor Sean Paul Reyes, who was at the Nassau County Government Building in Mineola, New York on February 3rd, 2022. He wanted to meet the county clerk to make a public records request, but the security guard and supervisor stopped him from entering the building unless he provided his address and date of birth. Let's see how it all went down.
See the county clerk.
Okay.
So does
Your driver's license?
I don't have a driver's license.
What is your name?
Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin.
Correct.
What's your date of birth, Ben?
Why do you need my date of birth?
What is your date of birth? Do you want to come in this building?
Yeah, I have business to conduct, ma'am. I just don't see why this is not Nazi Germany. I don't see why I would need to
What's your
give
date of birth? I need your address.
my address and my date of birth.
Yes.
For what, ma'am? I don't understand. Do you have a supervisor I could speak with?
The Fourth Amendment protects individuals from unreasonable searches and seizures. This principle applies to demands for identification, which can be considered a seizure of personal information. So when Auditor Sean Paul Reyes asks why he needs to provide his identification, he is doing the right thing.
Sir, please put the phone away, please. You're not allowed to video or tape.
I'm sorry?
Please put it away.
Why
I'm
can't
asking you
I
nicer because there's a sign posted outside that you can't do that in here.
why can't I record in here?
Were you here to see the county clerk?
I'm here to see the county clerk. I have business to conduct. I have to do a public records request.
Do you have
I
anything
don't-
on you
I have
that you can show us your name?
no,
so we can let you in.
I don't have anything with my name.
Okay.
I don't have it. I
Hold
want
on.
to.
Please just stay here.
Yeah, no problem. Ridiculous. I'm not turning anything off, ma'am.
You are turning it off.
I'm not turning it off, ma'am. The biggest. hypocrites of them all. They're always recording us, but the minute we record them, it's an issue.
The First Amendment protects the right to record government officials in public spaces, including government offices, as long as it does not interfere with their duties or violate any reasonable security measure. The auditor's scuffle is still continuing when the second supervisor also arrives at the scene.
Can I get your name?
Say it, or
Is that Brodsky? Brodsky? See, this is why it's more polite to tell somebody their name. So I can't enter in a public building and conduct services without showing some sort of government ID. That sounds like Nazi Germany to me, not the United States of America. Under whose authority?
It's a county building. It's a policy of the building.
It's a policy of the building.
Of the county. This building needs ID in order to go in.
Can you show me the policy? Where is the policy?
I don't have it on me, but that is the policy.
So you're enforcing a policy that you can't even show me.
The sign is on there.
You're enforcing a policy you can't even show me.
there's a sign, sir. So you can take that too, please.
Where?
Please have picture ID ready to show the public.
This is a taxpayer-funded ID. I'm trying to conduct business. But is that you don't need an ID to vote for the president of the United States, but yet you need an ID to enter in some county building? That doesn't even make any sense.
If you were to get on the airplane, would you be able to get in without your driver's license?
No, because that's a private company.
Okay.
That's why.
Hi, so we have a gentleman here, and you can talk to him.
Hi, sir. How are you? I'm here to see the county clerk, and because I don't have ID and I won't show ID, they're denying me public services.
Okay.
And at that point, I feel like my constitutional rights are being violated by the public safety here. This is a public building. Just because it's been a policy for a long time, that means nobody's come here to challenge that policy. And that's what I'm doing here today. That's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm challenging that policy because it's unconstitutional.
Auditor Reyes thinks that it is unconstitutional to force citizens to show ID in public places. But the officers think otherwise.
Signs right here must show.
It's sir,
building.
Sir, officer, it's an unconstitutional policy. You and your partner took an oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States. Right now, somebody is in violation of that Constitution, and you're not. And all you're doing is allowing it to happen.
You're not leaving, and they're gonna have you on the trespass form. You're gonna be getting arrested for trespass.
Okay, so are you going to give me a trespass? Am I being trespassed from the building?
We got a trespass form. You have to sign. That's it.
Okay, great. I'll do that. Yep.
Right, no problem.
So we'll go ahead and do that route. Big mistake. You guys are opening yourself up to civil litigation here. Okay. Big mistake. But I'll take that trespass form.
Okay, no problem.
No federal law mandates citizens to show ID to enter federal government offices. While authorities have legitimate interests in verification, these cannot override the individual's fundamental right to access essential services. Citizens have the right to freely access public government buildings and engage in petitioning activities. As Auditor Reyes moves outside, the police sergeant appears on the scene.
Hey, how you doing today, Sarge? Yeah, so I wanted to speak with you because I'm being trespassed from this building.
Okay.
I'm trying to conduct business. I'm a journalist. I'm trying to conduct business here by doing a Freedom of Information Act request.
Okay. So they're saying if you show them government ID,
I would be able to.
Clerk?
Correct. That's what they're saying. And what I'm saying is that's unconstitutional. And I understand we might have difference of opinion, but the reason why I'm here today is to challenge that unconstitutional policy, and that has authorization.
Is there certain parts of the building you're not allowed to go in?
No, you're not allowed to go into the building at all without a government issued ID.
All right, I'm gonna go speak to them.
All right, thanks, Sergeant. Appreciate it.
Sergeant McDonough of Nassau County is the first officer in this whole clip who's acting rationally. He asks the auditor some basic questions to gain clarity on the matter and proceeds to talk to the supervisor of the office.
You just gotta go through the security thing, and
okay.
You're welcome to go in there.
All right, thanks, Sergeant.
Come on in.
Appreciate it.
Plus, it's a little warmer in here, you know?
After understanding the situation, Sergeant McDonough tells Auditor Reyes that he is right and is clear to go inside without a name or identification.
Hi, sir.
Hi.
How can I help you?
Hi, what was your name?
Joanne.
Joanne, nice to meet you, Joanne.
Nice to meet you. What can we help you with today?
I just wanted to do a FOIL request.
The knowledgeable and courteous sergeant not only schooled the ignorant supervisor of the public building on the law, but he also ensured that Auditor Reyes does not face any difficulty in getting his work done. Even though things here got messy at first, having officers like Sergeant McDonough makes us hopeful that things between the police and the public can get better. But if you think Sergeant McDonough schooled both the supervisors calmly and took things into his own hands, Wait till you see how this next supervisor handled the situation.
Yeah, they just kicked me off the property.
What's going on here?
I'm just filming. I was taking pictures of the government building. I mean, that's all. I told the security guard walked around for like 5 minutes, never once asked me to leave. I had my body cam the whole time. He gets there and tells me I better give him my name or I got to get the hell off the property.
This is citizen journalist and civil rights activist Delaware Defender. On March 11th, 2021, he was trying to take pictures of a public service building in Denton, Maryland. He was then stopped by a security guard and a police officer for causing the disturbance. Let's find out what happened next.
How you doing, sir? I'm doing pretty good. It's a beautiful day. I'm from Delaware. I'm just taking some pictures of the exterior of the building. I see it's by appointment only inside, and I did not make an appointment, so.
What do you mean?
Well, I just seen a sign on the door that says they're doing appointment only.
For what service were you looking for?
I wasn't looking for any service in particular. I just wanted to come get some pictures of the lobby. If that's cool, I'd like to do that if that's allowed. Just the public areas. I don't want to go in any kind of restricted areas whatsoever. I see it's the public services building. But I know there's restrictions with COVID and everything, so that's why I seen appointment only. I wasn't going to just walk in.
It depends on, well, yeah, it is appointment only. I suppose it depends on what service you're looking for. Some of the offices are open on a limited basis.
Okay.
Some of the workers are teleworking, so you still have access to them, but it's just by phone.
Okay. No, I just really wanted to get some pictures of the lobby and stuff. I didn't really want to talk to anybody in particular. Just get some pictures of the public areas, just to see. You know, I do like video tours and stuff sometimes, and then to the public building, it's open to the public.
You got yourself. What's that?
Oh, it's just a body cam.
Citizens have the right to photograph public service buildings from publicly accessible areas such as sidewalks, streets, and parks. This includes the exterior and portions of the interior visible from these vantage points.
Are you expecting trouble?
I get it a lot, unfortunately, yeah. Just when I go in public, yeah, it's bad. So I just there for my protection. Most of the time, it's not a big deal, but you never know when it's going to be. So you got to be prepared for the worst, unfortunately.
I couldn't tell you if they'd allow you to take photos inside or not. I mean, it is a public building, but I'm not sure if I fully understand what you're doing. So.
Oh, just like seeing what our tax dollars pay for to get the lobby. That's why I don't want to go to any restricted areas. Obviously, I'm not allowed there, or the back rooms. I just want to wherever the public's allowed to walk in. If there's a waiting room, stuff like that, just get a quick scan of the area, see what's in there. If there's any pamphlets or any public information available for the public when they walk in. Stuff like that, just doing like a public information story, stuff like that.
Well, I think probably the best thing I could do is probably give you a number to call, and then you can contact them, and then they'd be the one to authorize you to come on in.
Okay.
Okay. So.
As of now, Delaware Defender is having no trouble, but that's about to change.
Can you tell me where you're from? Are you from a particular organization or something?
No, I'm just independent.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I mean, the more information you can give me, the more I can help you.
How are you gonna help me with the information, like where I live?
Well, not where you live. I mean, if you could tell us if you're a particular organization or something like that.
No, I just like to make videos and stuff, show people what's going on, see what our public buildings are all about. That's all. Are you security here? Mm-hmm. Okay, figured.
Are you from Denton?
No, sir.
Maryland?
No, I'm from Delaware. What are these cameras pointing straight down for?
Straight down?
Looks like they're straight down, unless I'm wrong. I don't know. Usually they're not in that position,
What do you mean?
Oh, they're going up, actually. It's different, yeah.
Well,
Wait for them drones.
Are you a techie?
Not really. I wouldn't consider myself too much a techie, man.
Well, that's a pretty techie looking camera. That's a nice looking camera you got, isn't it?
It's just a Sony with some plastic, really. That's it. These couple pieces that hold it all together. Are you suspecting me of doing something wrong here? Just taking pictures at the public building?
Right now I'm making contact with you.
the sidewalk.
So we can do it one way.
Yeah, that's fine. See you later, man. I'm gonna go right here 10 feet away. It don't matter. I don't care if you get another call. I don't care if you get another call.
Why are you being so confrontational?
You are coming up here wanting stuff from me that you're not entitled to.
I'm here lawfully.
No, you're not. Well, maybe because they called you.
Yeah.
You're anywhere lawfully.
No.
You're a law enforcement officer. You're allowed to go anywhere you want.
You want to be educated or you want to continue to be ignorant? Which one?
I don't think you're going to give me any kind of education. I don't think you're going to give me any kind of education.
I almost just did until you cut me off.
It's not. This is public property.
Okay, when I get a call,
this is a public building,
that you are disturbing somebody.
How?
So here illegally, you're making people feel uncomfortable.
Their feelings don't trump the law, though,
so
Mr. Turner.
Well, as soon as Corporal, okay?
Corporal Turner.
You know who I am, and who are you?
Well, I don't have a name tag on.
I see that. That's why I asked. If you had one, I wouldn't ask you.
All right.
And we are in public space.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'll keep talking to you. I'll keep making contact all day long. I have nothing else to do but to make contact with you.
That's fine. You can make all the contact you want.
That's what I'm doing.
I just want to take pictures of the public building and be left alone.
Okay,
I didn't talk to a single person, so there's no way I was causing a disturbance. Me merely
came up here. I just came up here out the blue.
Are you a sergeant?
I'm a corporal.
Yeah, is there a sergeant?
No, he's not a sergeant. Who else want to talk to?
Well, I just wanted a supervisor.
I am a supervisor right now.
Yeah, I know, but you're messing up.
No, you think you know the law, but you don't.
Well, am I allowed to be on this property? If I had a camera or not? Let's just break it down.
No, we're not.
No one's asked. I talked to a security guy. He never asked me to leave. He was actually going to give me a phone number.
We're not going to talk about what is. I'm telling you what's happening right now. So, if you don't want to make yourself known, who are you with? What are you doing?
I'm taking pictures of public property from public property.
All right, for what?
I like to do video tours. I tried to go inside. I asked them before I did.
Who you talk to?
This guy right there in the mask. Take a look. See him right there?
Okay,
we chat. He walked around the building with me, hung out with me for 5 minutes, never once asked me to leave. So no one's asked me to leave or said I was doing anything wrong. I have it all on body cam too. I see you have yours on, which is wonderful. I love that. But he never once asked me to leave. He was going to give me a phone number for someone I can call.
And I got a call for service.
So they're lying.
Like I said, legally puts me here to make contact with you, and you're failing to make yourself known. And for what? And that raises my level of suspicion why you don't want to make yourself known.
Because I don't have to.
Therefore, you're in public space, correct?
Of course I am. I want to be on private property taking pictures.
And I'll be in public space with you.
Yes, sir. You're allowed to.
Absolutely. Thank you for letting me know what I can and can't do.
I was just helping you out.
That's correct. I don't need help though, but yeah, he doesn't want to make himself known, so we're just having a conversation right now. So what I would ask you to do would to leave.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll go out right there.
Go where?
Right to the street, the public street.
All right, well, if you're in the street, then you're obstructing traffic.
Well, I'm going to be on the sidewalk, on the grass, where, like, see where that stop sign is in the grass right there?
I see that stop sign, but see that sign right there?
Yeah, I'm going to be right by on the stop sign.
You see what, you can't be in the street, so you go on the street.
No, I'm going to be in the grass.
If you're in the grass, you're still on the property.
It seems that Corporal Turner doesn't want the auditor to be anywhere near him. He has a problem with the auditor being on the street, on grass, and even in front of a public building taking pictures. Things do not seem to be going the right way, but then the supervisor appears.
Are you the supervisor? Yeah, they just kicked me off the property.
What's going on today?
I'm just filming. I was taking pictures of the government building. That's all. The security guard walked around for like 5 minutes, never once asked me to leave. I had my body cam the whole time. He gets there and tells me I better give him my name or I got to get the hell off the property.
Who is that?
Turner.
Oh, the officer?
Yeah.
Because from what I understand, I don't know, because I didn't hear the call, but...
He told me there was no supervisor either, which is just straight up. Everything he said was a lie.
I don't know about that.
Oh, yeah, I get you. Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm not saying you should know any of this, because you weren't there.
Yeah, I wasn't, so I had no idea what's going on, other than the fact that they called me on the radio.
It's open right now. It's a public services building. Why can't I be there taking pictures?
Other than the fact that they got called there for something, I don't know.
Well, that's it. He said, if I don't get, I'm making people uncomfortable, which you guys are not the feelings enforcement. So that you don't have to tell me to leave the property. I didn't even talk to anybody. Security guard came to me. We chatted. I told him what I'm doing. He was cool, followed me around a little bit. We were talking about cicadas even, it was a cordial conversation. Then Turner pulls up and just escalates to no end. And that's why I'm over here.
Oh, okay.
because he was going to arrest me if I didn't leave the property. And I couldn't stand there on the side of the street because that's illegal to him as well. I would have been arrested for standing in the street. I think he's enforcing what these people want instead of the law, which is I can be on that property taking pictures. They're open. It's not like it's 8 o'clock at night and they're closed. They're open till 5. So can I go back over there and take my pictures, please?
Yes, you can. It's
Thank you. Thank you.
Just don't stand in the street because technically, yes.
No, I was on the sidewalk. I'm not. Well, with there being no sidewalk on this road, I can't stand in the grass.
The grass is fine. I'm talking.
No, he told me I couldn't stand in the grass.
No.
Do you have complaint forms on your vehicle?
No. Do you want to file a complaint?
I will. I'll go to the station later.
Okay, because if not, I can take the information now.
Nah, I'm gonna put it down formally and send it in because that's awful.
Okay.
All right. Well, if you want to let him know I'm coming back so he doesn't go hands-on with me.
Finally, the supervisor came through and put the law above all. Corporal Turner was stopping the citizen from filming a public area, which was uncalled for, but the supervisor understood the whole situation and made things easier for the citizen. It is evident from each case that when a citizen knows his rights, he saves himself from a lot of unnecessary trouble. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments section and don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.